Your shield arm looks strong.
Welcome to A Fighting Chance. I'm Rosan, proprietor. I sell the best swords in the city, and I offer advanced training for armorers. Go ahead. That's great. How's... Well done. Not... Oh, that's great. What a great... Oh, that's great. Really? Well done. That's really... I like that. Where'd you get that? Well done. That's great. Where'd you get that? Well done. Knowledge is power. What can I interest you in? That seems a good price. Another satisfied customer. I have friends visiting soon, so I told them to stay at the King and Queen Tavern. Goodbye.
I help you? Mighty bold of you, asking for training. What makes you think you're worth my time? I bet you don't know the first thing about smithing. Have you read up on the history of the craft? I doubt it. You answer a simple question, and I'll think about training you. So, here it is. What does the name Hazadir mean to you? Can't say I'm surprised. Few recognize the name anymore, even though he was famous. Had a book written about him, in fact. I don't have a copy myself, but there was one in first edition last time I was browsing there. At least some people take an interest in history. I'm listening. That's great. Like that. A lot. It's good of you to say so. You're too kind. You're too kind. Oh, that's not bad. If you want to learn more about light armor, you might talk to Dul Groshug. Bye.
I hope I can help. Can I interest you in some of my wares? Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you. Good day. I hope I can help. I offer the finest goods and lowest prices in all Cyrodiil. Thank you for your business. Good day.
Can I help you? We'll try again, I suppose. What does the name Hazadir mean to you? Well, well. So you do know a thing or two. Hazadir was my great-great-grandsire's sister's son. Bet you didn't know that. All right, you're not hopeless. You want training? I'll train you. Let's see if we can't teach you a thing or two. Knowledge is knowledge. You've got to... Let's see if knowledge is power. Do you believe any of that talk about more Oblivion gates opening all over the place? You too.
One more coin, and I can get a pair of shoes.
I was at Olav's earlier, and I ran into this Dunmer named Rainiel Dreles. After a round or two, he told me he was an honest-to-goodness vampire hunter. For you, of course. Please, I'm embarrassed. Really? Goodness, what can... What a great story. Goodness, what... Well done. Really? Really? Not funny. What a great story. Really? You're... No, you do me too... Well done. No, really? I wish I see.
Yes, the vampire hunter. As far as I know, he just showed up recently here in Bruma. Not only that, but he already found a vampire among us. Apparently, Braden Lyrian was one of those vile creatures, and Rainil slew him. Kinda strange, though. I never figured Braden to be a vampire. He seemed to be such a likable fellow. Blessings of Stendar upon ye. May the wind be on your back.
Hello?
I'm Surotan, proud owner of Nova Roma, a little piece of Heartland Empire here in the lofty Gerals. All right. You think that's No more! No more! I accept. No more! Well done. Don't! Whatever you want. Really? Well done. Have you heard about Kvatch? They say that Deidre came from Oblivion and burned the whole city to the ground. Have a look around. You won't find better prices in all Tamriel. I appreciate your business. Good day.
You're going to have to leave. This is a crime scene, and no one other than ourselves, our Raynal Draelus, will be allowed access. I'm listening. Good. You're remarkable. What a one. Well done. Well done. Really? Please. Really? What a great... Really now? I suppose there's no harm in telling you what happened. Word is bound to get around Bruma anyway. Turns out that Braden Lyrian is a vampire. Or was. If it wasn't for Raynal Draelus, we may never have uncovered the truth. Let me explain. In the last week or so, we've found 2 bodies stashed in shallow graves outside the city walls. The bodies had puncture wounds on their necks. The bodies were those of some beggars who used to wander the streets looking for handouts. Vampire probably thought no one would miss them. Luckily for us, Raynal arrived in town. He said he was a vampire hunter, so we asked for his help. He tracked the vampire to this house. When he entered the place around noon, Braden was sleeping. He was able to slay him at that point. Luckily, Braden's wife wasn't home. Poor thing. She didn't even know her husband was infected. We did a follow-up investigation, and it's true that no one recollects seeing Braden out in the daylight. He's only been spotted at night. I'm afraid there's not much more to tell you, so you can see we really don't need any help, but thanks for the offer. Feel free to question anyone in town. They shouldn't give you too much trouble.
I can't believe this is happening. Please, please, I need your help. My husband was no vampire! It's ridiculous! No one will listen to me! Forgive me. I loved my husband dearly, and to lose him this way makes no sense. Anything you can do to help would be wonderful. This is all happening so fast. I came home only just a few hours ago. I found the door open, and my Braden dead. Standing over him was a Dunmer. I screamed and ran out into the street. Some city watch were nearby and heard me, I suppose, as they arrived quickly. I heard the Dunmer identify himself as Rainiel Draelus. He said he was a vampire hunter, and that Braden was his mark. The guards seemed to know about Rainiel, and after a search of the house, the body of some beggar was found stashed in our basement. The guards sent for Carius, who is an investigator for crimes here in Bruma. In minutes, Rainiel convinced Carius that Braden was a vampire.
Well, of course it does. It was obviously planted here. Why would he stash a body in his own house? That's ridiculous. And another thing. The guards are making a big deal out of no one seeing Braden out in the daylight. Well, of course that's the case. He works at night and has to sleep during the day. Why does that make him a vampire? It's all that Rainiel character. I don't trust him. The thing that bothers me the most is that I swear I've seen him before. Of course, he says he's never been here. Look, there isn't much more to say. Please, help me clear my husband's name. I'm listening. Gracious, what a hit. Don't waste your flag. You've got a point. I can't argue. Such adventure. You've got a point. I salute you. I have no idea where he'd be. Just find him and make him tell you the truth. I swear he's a liar. I've heard that Jantus Brolus is skilled with both magic and steel. I know I sound desperate, but I know I'm right.
So, any new revelations in your, investigation? He's that thief that the Imperial Watch are always going on about. He likes to steal from rich folk. I'll warn you about one thing. I understand you wanting to help Erlene by checking up on Rainiel. We have it on good authority from officials in a neighboring city that Rainiel is what he says he is. So I'm not sure what you're trying to prove. I am only allowing you to do this investigation, and I use that term very loosely, because Erlene is so distraught. No one's going out to Harlan's Watch after what the Fighters Guild found there. Keep up the good work, I suppose.
What can I do for you? Farewell. I'm Hunmund. I'm a prospector. Alga's my woman, Nord style. None of that chapel wedding nonsense. Did you hear about Braden Lyrian? A vampire hunter named Rainiel Draelus made his way into town, snuck into his house, and killed him. You too.
What can I do for you? All right. That's really... I can't argue with that. I like that. That's really... I like that. A lot. That's really... That's really... Oh, that's great. That's enough. You win this one. That works for me. Did you ever hear about the ghost of Lord Vlindrel? They say he haunts the road to Coral. Not that I've ever seen him myself, mind you. Bye. By the Helvi's Cecia, I do a little of this, a little of that, and I serve the 9. Praise their names. Take care.
You get any closer and I'll
By what
turn
right
your
do you
bones
disturb
to
me?
ash. Back.
What can I do for you today? I usually don't give out that kind of information, especially to people I don't know. We'll see. Sure, that's cute. Yeah. Yes. Was no more. Yeah. That's not bad. Raynill's staying in the last room down the hall upstairs. Here's the key. I always liked Braden and Arlene. They were a nice couple. I hope you get to the bottom of this, because I don't believe he was a vampire either.
Greetings to you.
What is it now?
Did you ever hear about the ghost of Lord Vlindrel? They say he haunts the road to Coral, but not the...
What can I do for you today? Gelliborn? That's odd that you should mention that name. Reynold told me that he was the last vampire he hunted. Yeah, that's right. Somewhere in Skingrad, I believe. He said he tracked Gelborn down and killed him. That's apparently why the guards trust him so readily. They had gotten word from Skingrad's City Watch about Raynil and his so-called accomplishment. Have you heard about Kvatch? They say the Daedra came from Oblivion and burned the whole city to the ground. Just look for me if you need anything
Annoying
else.
Creature.
What's going on with you?
I.
Good day. I'm Tolgan, herald to Countess Narina Carvane here in Bruma. She requests your company at your earliest convenience. Countess Carvane would prefer if you speak to her in person. She also said to present you with this stipend as a taste of things to come. My lady holds court from 8 in the morning until 6 in the evening each day. That would be the best time to see her. Safe journey, my lord.
So, any new revelations in your, investigation? How do you know about that? Ah, too many people don't know how to keep quiet about official matters. Very well. The Skingrad City Watch informed us that Gelliborn was killed by Raynil not too long ago. Gelliborn was a vampire as well, obviously. What do you mean you disagree? That's a bold statement. What proof do you have that Gelliborn was not a vampire? I don't know what to say. It all makes perfect sense now. Why else would Raynil have removed this journal from the crime scene in Skingrad? I heard no mention of a key either. It must have been removed by Raynil from Braden's body before we arrived. To think that 2 innocent men were killed, and that I'm responsible for one of their deaths, I'm speechless. I will rouse the guard and begin a search for him in the city. Meet me at Olev's Tap and Tack in 1 hour.
Hello.
You get any closer and I have no time for your pathetic attempts at small talk. Now, walk away before I get nasty.
Well met.
You've got the hands of a smith.
Just before I arrived here, I received a report from one of our scouts watching the roads. Raynal was spotted heading west out of Bruma. The scout tried to follow, but lost him in the mountains. The only cave to the west that comes close to the one described in Gelliborn's journal is Boreal Stone Cave. That must be where he's headed. You must get there before he acquires whatever artifact is being kept there and makes his escape. I'm keeping the city guard in Bruma, as Raynal doesn't know we're after him. If he sees a guard, he may panic and run. You're my only hope at the moment. Please, you have my authorization to do everything you can to bring him to justice. If he won't surrender, I think you know what to do. Hurry. I fear you have a day at the most to stop him.
How are you?
Go ahead. I'm...
Congratulations. I had a feeling you would catch on sooner or later. Leaving that journal behind was a stupid mistake on my part. I saw you enter Olav's Tap and Tack before I could get there, and I knew that I had to sneak out of Bruma somehow. It was only a matter of time before you or Carius figured it out. No matter. After I've killed you, I won't need my vampire hunter ruse any longer. Certainly not. I'm surprised Carius didn't send the entire city watch up here, but then I would have seen that coming, I suppose. I expected to lay low for a while and then be on my way. So again, I underestimated you. This leaves me with little choice. Either I fight you now and have a chance at freedom, or I surrender and rot in a city dungeon. I prefer the chance for freedom. Yes, I suppose it is. Well then, we've talked enough. Only one of us will walk out of here alive this day. Good luck.
Yeah! Yeah!
Oh. Hello.
What news do you bring? Long ago, I made a promise to Braden. I promised to never reveal to anyone what I'm about to reveal to you now. However, because you've avenged his unjust death, I feel that Braden would understand why I'm breaking that pact. Braden told me about this amulet when they first brought it home from whatever distant land it came from. He never really trusted anyone else in the group, and before he secured the treasure in that cave, he had a special enchantment placed upon it. The magic masks the true identity of the item. All it takes is a simple command word, and the amulet would be restored to its true state. No, he always feared this day would come. He left me knowledge of that word in the event that he died, and I came into possession of the keys. If the other members of Braden's group were still alive, and I on my deathbed, only then would I pass the knowledge on to them. If you'd give me that amulet, I would like to show you what you've recovered. Thank you. I will now speak the word. Brotherhood. Here is the amulet back. It's as beautiful as it was the day I remember seeing it long ago. I want you to keep it, as I have no use for this anymore. I'm certain that's what I want, and I'm certain that's what Braden would want. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I hope that the amulet helps keep you safe on whatever roads you may travel. Justice has been done.